little pauses to me, man, that shit sounds so incredible to me. I want to get back to the song. This shit is nasty.
I'm gonna start this back from the beginning. Charismatic frontman can do a lot.
Yeah, boy.
Can do a lot for a band. They can make a band and kill a band.
Nasty though. That is nasty.
Wrong to me.
That is nasty.
The riffs and my man Peter Steele's voice.
Really, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, guys. So, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. And it's never mind. Keep it going, George. just keep it going. Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we give you our exclusive access to all of our videos, 186 videos and counting.
Bangers too, though. Bangers. You know, nothing too shabby. I mean, I don't know, like a Led Zeppelin marathon. We got Metallica on there, some Megadeth stuff. You know, I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there, man.
What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's up, guys? How you living out there, man? Shout out to the free thinkers. Shout out to everybody on our Def to Radio Instagram, which is DEAF2 Radio. That's our new Instagram again. Make sure you guys follow us there.
As always, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified when we drop new music, up-and-coming artists. Make sure you check out the link in the description. We'll do about 60 seconds of your song in the front of one of our up-and-coming videos to get you some exposure. Check that out. Also, one more quick shout out to Kimes Ranch for hooking us up with the gear, man. Good quality stuff, man. Please check it out if you're interested. The link will be in the description below.
All right, man. So back to System of a Down.
Yeah, man.
And there's congratulations in order for someone in particular who has been very persistent and consistent, Mr. Ismar Burazerovic. I'm going to go with Burazerovic.
Okay.
Ismar, man, you've been rocking. This is what, day 161 for you? Because I was looking last night in the comments on Patreon, and you said this is day 160 of System of a Down Holy Mountains. Today is now, well, it may be, well, I don't know when we're going to release this, so it may be 164. But for us, it's day 161 based off of that comment, just so you know, Ismar. Shout out to you, man. Ismar's been a great patron of ours.
Absolutely.
He's been going hard and just, you know, just giving us supportive comments. Obviously, he's put this request out, but we've seen Ismar give great engagement in the community, man. So this is just us wanting to make sure that you guys know that we see you and your requests are being taken in consideration. We can't always get to everybody, but we just want to show y'all that we're paying attention, man. So System of a Down, Holy Mountains is what we're doing today solely because of Ismar. Yes, and I know you guys have seen Ismar in the comments as well. So you guys usually get behind people when they have these long streaks.
So how many songs have we done by System of a Down? We did Aerials, which is fire, by the way. Make sure you check that reaction out. Still on the playlist, by the way. BYOB, right?
Yep, Spiders.
And then Spiders,
Yep, and now we're doing Holy Mountains. So not exactly sure where we stand with System of a Down. Still not exactly sure. We've liked a few songs. There's been other songs that we haven't gotten into. We just haven't delved enough into this band to really know exactly where we stand. But they've had some nasty shit, though. Yeah. They have. So we'll see what Ismar and System of a Down can bring to us today, man. System of a Down, Holy Mountains.
Yeah. I gotta pause it before we get into it, man, because George and I had like a little side conversation there because of those chord progressions they were kind of going through there kind of reminded us of Aerials when we were listening to it, and I agree. But one thing I want to say is the transition going into the sped up, like ding, 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 it was okay. But then when they slowed that down, boom, boom, that. I love that shit. I love the way they're able to do that. And Chop Suey, because I've heard that off the channel, it's just I feel like they have moments where it's just when that shit hits to me, from an emotional standpoint, when I hear it and I'm like, oh my God, when they get in certain pockets, it just really hits me hard. Like, yeah, this shit is nasty. But then they get out of it and I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that. But then they get you back in. So when it hits, I guess what I'm trying to say is when they hit, for me, they knock it out the park. It's not like, that's okay. When they get into certain grooves, I'm like, Jesus, that's nasty. I love the way that sounds. So I'm saying that now just in case the song takes a crazy fucking detour and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I like the song. Right in that pocket, right now, I'm digging it.
Yeah, man. It sounds good, man. Let's see if Surge is unhinged in this one, though. Like, that's what I'm waiting on, man. I'm waiting to see if Surge gets unhinged, man. But it sounds good so far. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, this right here, nasty. Certain pockets. Motherfuckers is cold, dude.
Okay.
These motherfuckers is cold. These motherfuckers is cold, man.
Good choice, Ismar.
Jesus.
Good choice.
They are cold, man. I was having another side conversation with George. I'm like, this part right here, that liar, stealer, back to that shit. I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. But then they get me back into those cold ass grooves, man. That shit is nasty.
Their grooves are
oh
super
my
hard.
God.
I love the tone of the guitar, but Surge is so far though, man, even though Surge is, he's doing what he does, and I'm not necessarily always a fan of his approaches and his tone vocally, the music is overpowering it right now. Right now. You know what I'm saying? Right now the music is excellent. The transitions are nice, the tones are nice. Good choice, Ismar. Good choice.
You don't like the voice,
whatever he does, all that shit. I don't know about that. But I mean, I haven't gotten to the lyrics. I know that there's like a some probably they're talking about haunting presence, liar, killer, demon, back to the river. It sounds like some pretty heavy shit that they're probably talking about here. And maybe, as we listen to the song, man, we can
that shit is
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not talk about the lyrics at all because we're on something else.
no.
See, this is why we don't do the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? This is why. Who cares? Yeah, man, but let's get back to it. Once again, Ismail, you're doing your thing, though, bro.
Yeah, man.
You're doing your thing. No matter what the end result is, as far as us being playlists or not, this is a great
Yes,
choice.
it
It's
is.
a lot of movement, a lot of dynamic things happening in this song. Excellent choice. All right, let's keep it going.
That shit is filthy smooth. take that down one more time. Transition back down. Let's get back into that quiet pocket. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Oh, no. That's still a good song. They still did it.
Okay.
That's a good song.
Yo, Ismar killed that choice.
That's
though.
a good song, man.
That makes sense for a consistent request, like you, because we've had requests that people have requested for eons, and then we listen to the song. I'm like, that's what you wanted to, in our heads, at least. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But like, that's what you requested for like 2 years and shit. Okay. Now that I understand why you went hard.
Yeah,
for that
man.
one.
I really enjoyed that thoroughly, and that's a playlist song. So I want to say that first. So I really enjoyed that song, man. I really wish, man, I was telling George when the song was playing, and we both thought they would kind of bring it back to the slowed down groove that they had in the verses. And they almost did. They brought it down a level and they kind of sped it up at the end, and then they kind of brought it back. Oh, na na na. They brought that back, but then I thought it was gonna go back. Just bring it down one more to that smoothed out groove. I love that the contrast that they do with that so well when they went into verse 2. I thought that was beautiful. When we paused it and they kind of did that, I thought that was beautiful, and I wish they would have brought that back. This is what I think System of a Down does. They get into these pockets, man, that are so groovy and so nasty that that it almost comes across having kind of a I'm just gonna call it what it is, a hip hop undertone. At least that's what my brain associates with that. It's kind of a hip hop undertone. It may not be called that, but that's just kind of how I associate it with it. I'm gonna play a little piece of the part that I'm specifically talking about, just so that way you guys can kind of understand what I'm saying here. That's what I hear. Even though that's not what's being played, that's what I hear. That's what I hear that could go there. That's what my brain associates that with. So I feel like when they do that, I'm like, oh my God. And even leading into that was nasty. I love the guitar work leading into that. And I love the long power chords with even his singing, the way he was singing in that pocket leading into this. And even this part there, I like that a lot, right? So I want to make that clear. So I think what System of a Down does for people like me, don't get it fucked up. We're not a hip hop rock band. We are a metal band. And we're going to bring this back to show you that we are a metal band. And I feel like in those highly aggressive liar, schemer, or whatever the fuck he was saying there and all that, I feel like that is to show you, nah, motherfucker, we are a metal band. Just so you don't get the shit fucked up. Yeah. We are a metal band. So that is the line I think they straddle very well, because if it was all metal, if this was all liar, screamer, and then it was all, I don't know if I don't like, there is no, I don't know. I don't like the song at that point, you know? Yeah. So I feel like they play that balance just enough that I'm like, yeah, that shit's nasty. They're just cold at what they do. But I really wish they'd have brought that groove back. The part that I just played for you, I wish they'd have brought that back at the end. That would have just kind of sent it over the top for me. But that's playlist for me nonetheless, because I think they were doing some incredible things there. And I think it was so, the transitions were done so smoothly. And it was just so, it gave you everything that they're famous for. You know, at least what I think they're famous for. And it still had a nice groove that I can appreciate and jam out and listen to in my off time, not just on camera. So yeah, that's a thumbs up. You killed it, my man.
Killed that. Big shout out to the Pixies, man. If they are, in fact, the band that really made that loud, soft, dynamic, if they made that a thing, if they are the originators of that, if they're the first band to kind of introduce that, then thank you. Thank you for introducing that so that we can get this shit. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much, Pixies. And I understand, we just came off of the one Pixie song we just did. Thank you very much, man, because that loud, soft dynamic, man, that the way that they do it, they did it on Aerials and we went crazy.
Yeah.
That, when it got back into the chorus or whatever, Aerial, same thing. Loud, soft. But it's metaled out though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's metaled out, so it's heavy. And because it's heavy, it gives the appearance of more impact. It just has more of an effect on your response. You know what I'm saying? The way they do that is really, really, that's one of my favorite things about System of a Down. I love the chords in the, what pocket was it? These sort of, I'm gonna call them the Michael Myers chords. It sounds nothing like Michael Myers, I know, but it's just that it's these chords right here in that part that Ryan was talking about when it smoothed out. Those little melodic chords in the background were so nasty, and they kind of brought an eerie vibe. Really, really dope. Right here. We're done. Okay, so let's stop it. I should have stopped it before it got there. But but those chords, those the way that sounded, the eeriness of those chords in the background was so nice. Nasty. Their tone is always so nice. I go back to what I said in a previous video where I'm just like, it would be so nice, man, if these bands just had 2 tracks, one with the vocals and one without the vocals. In this song, Surge's vocals didn't bother me as much as they did, and I think it was the BYOB. Didn't bother me as much as that song, but there were parts where it felt his vocals were a little grating to me. It's almost like a zaniness to his vocals, and I know this probably is a serious ass song, because it looks like it gives me the vibe that the song is about. Obviously, something happened, some sort of murder, maybe a mass murder, because it says paint them all red, liar, killer, demon, some sort of murder or something. Maybe it's a war, because it kind of gave me a marching into battle vibe as well. And then with certain chords in this. Gotcha. So I don't know what this is about necessarily, so I'm sure it's a serious song, but his voice is just very zany to me. And how he sings. It's just a very unique voice, man. It's very odd, very weird, if I'm being honest. It's a weird voice, and sometimes it gets in a way, oftentimes I would say it gets in a way of me really just appreciating the grooves. Yeah. So I would really, really wish that they had an instrumental to this. If they have an instrumental, man, that's automatic playlist. With this the way it is, I'm gonna give it another spin to see if I can get past the vocals, because it does have enough in it musically that I love. So I'm gonna give it another spin, not playlist, but that was a very, very, very good choice, man, by Ismar, man. You actually murdered that. Yes, you did. Shout out to Ismar for that great request, man. Hopefully, I'm sure, I have a feeling that's gonna make a lot of playlists. So I think you put a lot of people onto that joint, Ismar. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also, guys, check out our Patreon channel if you're interested. The link for that will be in the description. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost to Vegas.
We out.